guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. If you are new around here, welcome. So in today's video, I wanted to ask the question, is it too late to start over? I am in my 40s now and I feel like I am entering or have entered a transitional period, and it can be very confusing. It can be quite daunting, and you may feel feelings that you've possibly never felt before. So I wanted to explore this with you and give you my feelings and hopefully get some feedback from you guys on how you feel about this. So let's get into it, shall we? So this is something that I've spent a long time thinking about over the last year or so, I would say, and I just thought I would put this out there and share the thoughts with you that I've maybe been having. So as some of you may or may not be aware, I am a stay-at-home mum, and I have been for around about 12 years now. I actually can't believe it's gone so fast. So it was a decision that we made whilst I was on maternity leave, and it was made for many reasons, really. There was like a collection of reasons, but the main reason being that we didn't want to leave our children and we didn't want to miss out, and we were willing and able to sacrifice one wage for those memories. We didn't actually want to miss a moment of the children growing up, because I always feel you can always earn more money. You can never get those moments in time back once they've passed. That was the main reason why we made the decision that we did. And I can honestly say, hand on heart, it's been the best decision we've ever made, and I would not change a thing. So there's been lots of sacrifices along the way. It hasn't always been easy, but it's definitely been worth it. I made a video not too long ago, which you'll be able to find on my channel, how we were able for me to become a stay-at-home mum. So if you want that, to go and check that out. I will put that in the description down below. But yeah, that is sort of the backbones of it. So I feel like we've been very happily bumbling along for years with me being a stay-at-home parent, my husband obviously earning the wage, and I have done the cooking, the cleaning, the doctor's appointments, the dental appointments, the school appointments, the getting up in the night when the kids are sick, and it's been a whirlwind, if I'm honest. I can't actually believe many years have passed, and here we are, and our children are now 12 and 8. My husband, obviously, he is the breadwinner, he's been the earner, he goes out to work every single day. We are a team. He will come in and quite often take over. Although individually we have our own jobs, when we do come together, we are a team and we have lots of respect for each other, and we appreciate each other's jobs and the dynamics of the house. And for us, it's absolutely worked. So on a lot of the days he will actually come in from work tired himself, but see I am utterly exhausted, and pick up the slack and, you know, take the reins just for a little bit, and that's how we kind of tag team. And he is just an all-round good guy, so I'm really lucky in the fact that we do work well that way, and that's helped absolutely massively in sort of this working out for us all, and the kids obviously reaping the benefits of that. So here we are, and if we fast forward to now, my daughter is 8 and my son is 12, and I kind of feel like we are in very much a transitional period. My son is approaching his teenage years, and in all honesty, my daughter is not too far behind. If you do have girls and you have boys, you will probably come to the same conclusion as I do, is that girls just grow up so much quicker than boys, and my daughter is obviously the younger one, so she kind of she copies, and she's very well in tune with it. So I feel like we're getting to an age where they are not necessarily going to need me anymore, and I possibly will be redundant in many ways as they gain confidence and they learn to live independently. So where does that leave me? It's a very bittersweet feeling, because they are thriving, they are growing, they are becoming their own person, which is all you could wish for. They're healthy, they are happy. But on the flip side to that, as a parent that has been around 24/7, you feel a little bit lost. You feel like you're kind of being left behind a little bit, and what's next for me? Where does my life go? Because you are so immersed in bringing your children up for those however many years that you only look so far ahead, and it's only when you sit back and time kind of slows down a little bit that you actually realise that, wow, nothing changes and then everything changes, if that makes sense. Like, you know, it's almost like watching your child grow. Day to day, you don't notice a difference, but over 6 months to a year, that's my doorbell. Sorry about that, I just had to get my package. So 6 months to a year, everything's changed, they look so different, they are a different person. So then as a parent that's always done that, you kind of lack direction and you begin to wonder, where does my life go next? What do I do? Who am I? What have I gained? What have I experienced? What have I been successful in? You sort of reevaluate yourself and then try and move forward from that. And this can be the same for many different circumstances. So you may not have children, but you may have had a very successful career that you have forged and worked really hard for, and that's been your life, and you've maybe had tunnel vision in that, and you've spent hours and years of your life working up to maybe a certain point, and then maybe you reach that point, you get to the very top of where you need to be, and you maybe think, what's next? You know, I've ticked off all my goals, I've reached the highest point that I wanted to reach, where do I go from here? Or maybe your marriage is sadly broken down after years and years of all that hard work, because marriage is not easy, and you find yourself alone. You know, everything has changed and you don't really know where to go next, or even how to move forward, how to get out of the situation that you're in. And it can be really daunting and anxiety inducing to have things sort of pulled away from you that you've known for years and it's been your routine. It can be really difficult, and I feel like most of us can relate to that feeling of maybe being stuck. Like you're in a position that you're not used to, or is new to you, or you're unfamiliar with, and you are stuck and you just do not know which direction to go in. I'm no expert in this field at all, but my advice to that would be to really lean into these feelings that you're feeling. You may feel anxiety, you may feel resentment, you may feel boredom, you may feel dissatisfaction, like, you know, you've spent years and years doing whatever it is that you've done, and now you've reached this point, or maybe you haven't reached that point. That is also an issue. You've worked many years towards a goal and maybe you didn't achieve it. So where do we go next? So my advice would be to really lean into those feelings, as uncomfortable and as painful as they may actually be. Lean into them and really try and sort of discover who you are and get to the bottom of what you really want and where you want to go with your life. I am 41, and you do sometimes sort of question, is this a midlife crisis? Is this what it is? Is this normal? And I would say it absolutely is normal. I've done quite a lot of research over this past year, and something in us changes. It's lots of different things. It's physical, it's mental, life, you know, you get to a certain age, we change, we want different things. Maybe we're seeking adventure. Maybe we are seeking to leave everything behind, grab our backpack and just go, because there's so many feelings that can come out of this phase of things ending, or things maybe haven't worked out the way that you wanted them to, and how do we deal with that? So for a while now, I feel like I've been asking myself, where has the time gone? How is my son almost a teenager when just yesterday he was learning to crawl or learning to walk, or, you know, my daughter taking her first steps and her first day at nursery? How have we got here almost 13 years later? And I've been so busy, and my husband, raising our children, that you barely notice the time flying by. It goes by at such a rate So if you are in those early years now with your children, cherish every second. I know it's a cliche, and I know that we kind of get sick of hearing it as parents, or you'll miss it when they're gone and they're not little for long. I can tell you now that it goes by in the blink of an eye, and then you find yourself, as they are sort of heading out the door, almost wanting to grab them back. You kind of miss them already. So the realisation of my children not really needing me as much in the future, and the realisation that I'm going to have more time, I'm going to be able to think straight, because me and my husband are not the type of people to really relax. We're always doing something. We like to keep busy, we like to have a focus, and we like to plan. Actually, we do like to plan a lot. We like to know sort of what's around the corner. I know obviously life isn't really like that, and to be quite honest, I'm quite thankful that life does throw you curveballs sometimes. Me realising that my children are not going to need me forever has been a big challenge for me this past year. So I needed to really take some time out to think about myself and what I'm going to do in the future, and what I can do for my family so that I'm happy and fulfilled, because obviously they are still going to be around. I want to be in their lives forever, and I want to play an integral part in their lives. But also, as I do step back and realise that they need me less and less, I need to obviously fill my time with something. So after thinking long and hard and how we navigate those feelings as they enter their teens and adulthood, so at 41 years old, a mum of two, I have decided to completely lean into those feelings of being lost, not really knowing where life is going to take me, and I'll be heading back to college. So I'm going to retrain in something that is completely new to me, and it will take me out of my comfort zone. It hopefully will give me something for myself and a career that will see me through with my children growing up. So before becoming a mum, I always worked in an office environment, and I did admin-based positions. Now that's not anything that I do want to go back to, because I feel like even though I am choosing something for myself, I still need to work around the family. So I don't want, if possible, to be stuck behind a desk doing a 9 to 5. I decided to take a chance and to do something that I am really interested in, that I feel would work well around family life, and I could be my own boss. I wanted to really choose something that I was passionate about, and as I say, would work around family life, where I'm not tied to an office, or I'm not tied to certain hours or certain times. But if I am, they are set by myself. So I'm very nervous about it and apprehensive. And to be quite honest, I talk myself out of it most days. I think, oh no, I can't do this. Who do I think I am? Imposter syndrome. However, I am going to do it because it's something that I'm very interested in. I already have a college place, which is amazing. So I am going to do it, and I would really encourage you to push those thoughts to the back of your mind, because you are as capable as anybody else. So I am going to do it, and I'm going to do it well. So I've always had an interest in this area. I am going to become a hairstylist, which to me, it's kind of glared me in the face for years, really. I love hair, I love makeup. I am one of those people that would not dream of going out the house without having done my hair and my makeup. Not because I worry what people will think. People have their opinions of you regardless, but because I enjoy it. I enjoy makeup, I enjoy doing my hair, I enjoy feeling good after I've done it, and feeling like the best version of me. So I feel like actually this career hopefully will be perfect for me. So it's going to take a lot of work and determination and pushing that imposter syndrome to the side, because I get it a lot. I am very much an introvert, although I'm on YouTube. I know it seems a little bit strange, but I'm very much an introvert, and I doubt myself quite a lot. As a mother, As a mother, I feel like that's my superpower. I've been able to invest so much time and effort into it, and I feel like that is a job that I really can do well, because it's not for me, it's for my children. Everything I do is for my children. So you kind of work harder, don't you, for other people? But for me, I need to really stop doubting myself and just go the whole hog. I know it's going to be a lot of hard work. I'm probably going to be really rusty in terms of the academic side. Obviously there's exams to sit, there's practicals to sit, and I've not been at college for many years. But on the other hand, I'm really excited because I love to learn, I love to be in a learning environment. So I am going to try and throw myself into every aspect of it. Throughout all of this, I always try and remember my whys. Why am I doing this? Why do I feel the need to do this? And for me, it's always family. Although my children are getting older, I'm still going to be very much in their lives. They're probably going to need us more throughout their teen years, but in very different ways. And I feel like I'm able now to contribute in different ways that will also benefit, hopefully, my children in years to come. But I would advise you to always remember your whys. Why are you doing this? Why are you considering possibly a new path? And what are you hoping to achieve? It can be very confusing, so I think if you can answer some of those questions, this is something that I've found really helpful, and it just helps to navigate and understand certain feelings, because life can be really confusing, can't it? Let's be honest. So if we can share these things and we are honest, uncomfortably honest sometimes, we can maybe help each other to get through this next phase in our lives. So if you have been feeling similar feelings for whatever reason, just know that you're not alone. And especially if you're in your 40s, I feel like this is very much midlife crisis zone. After Googling for probably hours on end, this is very normal, and I would advise you to embrace it, see where it takes you, maybe push the boundaries a little bit. Obviously always consider the people around you. I have a family, and I would never ever do anything that would jeopardise that, or where I wasn't taking their feelings into consideration. My husband and myself have had many discussions about this, and because we are a family unit, I would never do anything that didn't suit us all. So obviously bear that in mind as well. Our actions do obviously impact others and our family members, but other than that, I would definitely urge you to explore it, lean into those feelings, know that they are normal, know that up until this point you've done your absolute best, and not to feel guilty. Don't feel guilty if you feel dissatisfied or you feel like you've not achieved all you've set out to achieve. Life's not over. We're only 40, which, you know, is not old. It's not old. We're not old. We are not old. It's not old. There is lots of opportunities for you to change paths, do something completely different. The whole world is out there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and I will see you next time.